Alright. Here's a little bonus super trick and some freebies coming at you subscribers. Alright, this is from chapter 6.4. Well, a little bit of chapter 6.3 too. So, here's my super trick. Remember, when you're trying to use elimination for systems of equations, we align them to make sure like terms are aligned. So the x's and the y's and the constants are aligned. If they aren't, then rewrite the equations. Now, in order to eliminate anything, if I was to add this, I would get 4x plus 7y, and I wouldn't have eliminated anything. So I need to subtract. Now, if I subtract this, I need to remember that I have to subtract here, and I need to remember to subtract here. So our fun little super trick is multiply this entire expression, the entire second expression, by -1. That means changing all the signs. So if this is positive, change that to a negative. If this is positive, change that to a negative. And then change this to a negative. Now, once I've multiplied the entire expression by -1, that means changed all the signs. Now I just follow those signs. 2x minus 2x cancels out. 5y minus 2y, 3y. -3 minus 6 is -9. Divide by 3. That cancels out. Y is equal to -3. Now I can take that -3 and plug it into either one of these. The ones that I started out with. Doesn't matter which one. I can plug it in up there, in the first one, or in the second one, or even in the changed one. So then I have 2x plus 5 times -3, and that is equal to -3. That gives me -15. 2x minus 15 is equal to -3. Add 15 to each side, and 2x is equal to 12. Divide by 2, and x is equal to 6. So your ordered pair is 6 and -3, and that was number 4 on practice page 6-3. Alright, let's move on to practice page 6.4. Number 2. First thing we want to do is align these. Okay, then we're going to look to see, are any of these like terms with equal constants? No, they're not. Well, the first one, I could multiply the y to go into 2 goes into 6. So I could just multiply this one. I could multiply both of these. I can multiply this by 3 and this by 5 if I want to do that. But the y is going to be the easier one to adjust. Also, we have opposite signs, so all I have to do is multiply this first one by 3, and that gives me a grand total of 15x minus 6y equals -30. And then I can just line those up and add them up, because adding them is going to cancel this out. So then I get 18x, this cancels out, is equal to 36. Divide by 18 on each side, and I get x is equal to 2. Now I can plug this one into either one that I like, into this one or the top one. Doesn't matter, I'll put it in the first one, so then we get 5 times 2 minus 2y is equal to -10. 10 minus 2y is equal to -10. Subtract 10 from each side. -2y is equal to -20. Divide by -2 on each side. And y is equal to 10. My ordered pair for number 2 is 2 and 10. Okay, so number 4, we've lined up the two expressions, and neither of the coefficients are equal. Neither of them are opposites. We have opposite signs here. 2 doesn't go into 3, 4 doesn't go into 3, so you're going to have to multiply them both. Which one is up to you. You can multiply both of these to make them 12, or multiply both of these to make them 6. Either way, now, notice there's a negative here and a negative there. I would prefer not to work with a negative if I can avoid it, because they tend to lead to mistakes. So I'm going to multiply this first one by -3 and the second one by +2. That way giving me opposite coefficients so I can add them. So -3 times 2x is -6x. -3 times -4 is +12y. Remember that second one is the one where we make mistakes. We often forget to multiply that one. And then -3 times -22 is +66. That was my idea. Okay, get rid of the negative. And then here, 2 times 3x is 6x. 2 times 3y is 6y. And 2 times 30 is 60. Lay this up. Since these have opposite signs, we can cancel out the 6's and then add up. Since we have opposite signs, let's make that green. Add these up, or blue, whatever. And then we have 18y is equal to 126. Divide by 18 on both sides. And 126 divided by 18 is 7. Plug this back into either one of these. Plug it in here because it doesn't have any negatives. So 3x plus 3 times 7 is equal to 30. 3 times 7 is 21. And subtract 21 from each side. Boom. 3x is equal to 9. Divide by 3. And x is equal to trace. 3 and 7 is your answer. How about one Moss freebie? Okay, so line them up. There we go. And then see what can we cancel out here. Well, in this case, again, really doesn't matter. Here we already have an opposite sign for this one, so how about let's just multiply for these to match. So we'll do 3 and 4. So 3 times 4 is 12x minus 6y is equal to 96. And then here we have negative 12x minus 20y is equal to negative 44. Cancel out these. Negative 26. Y is equal to, subtract those, 52. Divide by negative 26. And we get y is equal to negative 2. Plug in negative 2 back to your original equation. So I'm plugging it into this first one. So there we go. We get negative times a negative is plus 4 is equal to 32. 4x plus 4, so subtract 4 from each side. You get 4x is equal to 28. Divide by 4. X is equal to 7. So our ordered pair is negative 7 and negative 2. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome. Subscribers for some freebies.